After I bought my challenge pack, my coach dropped me. And I'd really love to be in your group. Like, that's such a great feeling. So those moments will come too. And then you'll say, like, this is karma. Like, this is that good shit that everyone talks about when it comes full circle and like your cup feels so full. So just hold on for those moments because they will come and they feel amazing because you're like, I am not doing all these silly stories for nothing.
And that's why we're here for the long term, guys, because we're not that coach. So, Elaine, in 6 months, when you announce her and you say, so, guys, let me tell you a little story. I reached out to this challenger who, and that's why I do try to say that when I have someone join me and I let you guys know that, hey guys, this is someone that I actually invited 6 times and she, there's a reason I do that. So I don't think that's personal. I almost take I take that as a compliment. And it's just because people are not looking at this as a business. They're looking at this as, I want to do this with someone super close to me. So it all comes around. Anything else you're struggling with? But I understand why that's hurtful. But anything else? And come on, guys. Anything
Does
else you want to
anybody have a
share?
really good, how about like, I see you guys killing power hours and I love checking that thread because it just like makes me so happy. But any good tips that you guys can share from like a power hour you were on? And I can share one of mine.
I don't
But
have a
you,
tip. I actually have a question. Like, sometimes I can't keep up with the pace. Like when they're like, okay, time's
yeah,
up. I'm like, wait, I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
like, so I
yeah, I
actually
just
just
stay
told
where
my
I'm at
coach, like,
sometimes. Yeah.
I'm like, Jamie, I'm like, when do you write down all the names of everybody that you just reached out to? Because it doesn't really happen while I'm doing it because I'm trying to get it really quick. So do you do it after, like go through the messages really quick and write down the names? Is that what you
So
guys do?
so this
That's
is
what I
what
do.
I do.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your call here.
No, but honestly, guys, here's the thing. If our numbers are high enough and we're on power hours every day, think about it. If you wrote down every name of every person, you'd have like a Bible. So I'm like I'm being careful. Like, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not telling you not to write down names, but this is the way I've always worked my business. I'm not going to write down every name. I write down a name when they respond to me, when they're valuable. So I send 15 invitations a day. When I get 4 replies, 4 names go on my list. Yeah, Shane, but what about follow up? Yeah, you're right. But guys, my numbers are too high. I don't worry about those people. They're going to come back around as I'm networking and moving. But can you imagine writing 15 names down times 7 times 4 weeks times a year? So write down who's valuable. Now, I am currently doing something new with some leaders that I'm going to roll out to you guys for business opportunities. That's a little different. And I do think those names need to be written down, but I only do 4 a day. So if you're doing 10 invites a day, and honestly, guys, every beautiful face I'm looking at, that's where our numbers need to be. If you're doing 3 or 4, it's just not going to get you where you need to be. You don't have to write them all down. You really don't. So yeah, I mean, track the best you can, Jackie, but don't overthink that because it's going to hold you back. Like if you can't get to it, move on to the next thing. I don't overthink tracking. I just track. If someone's important, like I keep a tracker out in the middle of my house, like my house is very open. I just keep it in the middle of the room. And so like when I'm like talking to someone or they write me back, I'm like, oh my God, Michelle Sullivan or whatever. I go and write their name down. They have to matter to me for me to write their name down. If they're in my book, man, they're important. And I let them know they're important. And that's my point. They're just not a name. I'm like, listen, like you're on my list for a reason. And I don't think there's anything wrong with doing it that way. Like I believe that you really could benefit from what I have. So I also spin it that way too, that if their name's down, they've earned it and I see something in them. You know what I mean? Okay. Anything else? That's it. Okay. All right, so okay, so really quick, guys, because I do want to do a couple little action items based on some thoughts I had on your trackers and on what some things we want to do. So I do want this to also be really proactive too. So I appreciate you getting on short-term low notice. So last Sunday, I know I like unleashed on you a little. I was just in kind of in a slump, and I want you to know that number one, I really appreciate having the ability and feeling secure enough to do that with you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie that when I got off the call, I immediately said, "What did I do? What did I just do?" And I had a couple of my leaders reach out to me, and I was like, "What did I do? Did I screw this up?" And they said no. And I'm like, "Don't lie to me. I can take it." And they're like, "No." And so first off, I want to apologize if it stung anyone the wrong way, because the last thing I'm here to do is to make anyone feel like, like this business is too hard. However, I want you to also understand that it's important to keep me on the same level field as you are. Because the minute you put me higher than you are, I feel like you're holding yourself back. The minute you separate me from you and say, well, Shane's here, I think that it does a disservice to you. And it makes you feel like you can't achieve what I've achieved. And doesn't that go against everything that I talk about all the time, right? My goal is for my team to excel, to blow past me. It's always been that. So I don't want, as much as, yes, you need someone to we all need someone to look up to and be like, okay, what do I do? What do we do? What's the steps? This is after so much processing and so much time and so much in this business, has that really been holding us back? By taking me and making me not even with you guys, are you saying, well, she can have that because she's Shane, she's Lauren Duke, she's Kristen Delgado, whatever, they've had that success? Or what if we all were on the same playing field to say we are all moms that work, that have husbands that piss us off, that have hot tubs that kick the shit because your daughter decides to blow the fuse and it costs $3,000 to fix? Is it because, we all have stupid shit that's really not really important, that's really not going to kill us, but it's like, wow, that really sets us off for the week, right? That we're really all the same and that the grind doesn't change. Wouldn't that be better if we were all in this together so that no one feels superior to anyone? And when we see someone excel, guys, I don't doubt that when you see someone excel on this team that you're not happy for them. I never doubt that for a second. What I feel is that there's this like, why aren't I doing that? There's this like, it just freaking stings. Guys, listen, I have come I think I've been very clear with you. I'm going to start to be very transparent. Listen, do you know how blessed I am to see Danielle DiBernardo's team? Do you think it doesn't sting me a lot? I'm going to be like a wee bit, no, a lot, to see the energy and the youthfulness and the what I feel like I should be bringing. Yeah, that gets me every day. Yet I'm so blessed and thankful for her. And I vow to learn from her. Granted, we're 20, she's 15 years younger than me. And a total, so there's there's so many different things, guys, but you don't think that gets to me? My own team. Someone I'm so honored and thrilled and blessed to have on our team to learn from. It makes me doubt myself as a leader. I'm no different. So what do? Do I retract? Do I have my moments? Yeah, I did Sunday. You saw it. I had a moment where I was like, what am I doing wrong? Why am I failing? Right. And then I can say, okay, so I want something else. I want something different. And there were 30 of you on that call. So that to me was like a huge win because you didn't have to be on, right? And so I think tonight, before we do honestly a few action items, because I really do want to do that, is I would love to hear your thoughts. My plan in the next week is to share with you my vision for our team. Clear, cutthroat, no gray, bottom lining you. This is my vision. This is where I see us going. Who's coming with me? End of story. And it's still early. It's only February, so I don't feel like I'm late, but it took me some time to process, right? Because I'm really good at faking stuff. I'm really good at pretending that everything's great. And as much as like last year, our numbers grew with COVID, when I look at what you guys saw my post this morning, we had 25 coaches last January and 83. I mean, there's a reason I'm going to do that. I do that for you, but let me tell you, at the end of the day, I do that for me. Because when I feel less than a leader that you deserve, I need to see numbers. As much as I could do better, something's going right. Something's working. Not everything, but there's something going on, right? Because we're growing. So what I'd love to know from you guys before next week, I share truly what I feel my vision is for our team and how I want us all to get on that train and be part of it throughout this entire year, is what your thoughts are on tonight, what I shared last week. I know some of you unmuted last week. Honestly, I was a little like, I can't believe I just said all that, and I didn't really give you an opportunity to speak because of my own insecurity. I was embarrassed. I was like here I am just like unleashing on you, but also like what's working well, what's not. Like maybe you need to say, Shane, for me, it doesn't work well when you do this. Honestly, I'm going to tell you, I can take that. Honestly, if it's said in a way that's constructive, I promise you, I can take the feedback. And what do you like? What do you need? And if we can just spend, it's 9:22, if we can spend the next 8 minutes just chatting, then at 9:30, we'll do a couple calls to action that honestly, I think is really lacking in general, not you guys, just in general, like shit I don't do to really move our business. We'll have a really constructive 30 minutes. We'll end the night, but I just think we just need a few minutes to just be like, what's working well, what's not, so that I can start formulating kind of our team's vision and moving us forward. I have a tendency not to freaking shut up, so I'm going to shut up. I am going to write stuff down.
I think it's important, and because I'm just going to share like literally what's on my brain right now, which might be a lot, so hold on. No, my thing is Instagram, so I need to get on any of those like power hours that we have saved that are going to help me grow my Instagram, and I need to just sit there and do that activity repeatedly. When they say, you know, go to a hashtag and find some people, follow, because I'm not getting any follows back. So I feel like I get aggravated with that process, but I just need to keep doing it is my point. Like,
okay, I need to stop you for one quick second. And this is, guys, I'm only saying, I would not say this to every coach I'm looking at right now. I will say this to Trisha because she is a star diamond. She's been a coach for 6.5 years. So I'm not saying that this doesn't pertain to you guys, but I want you to be very careful with your time. Trisha, what you're describing is really time consuming. I'm not saying it's not valuable, but guys, what are your income producing behaviors. How much time are you committing to your business? Now figure it out. Do you honestly have enough time, or are you willing to sacrifice to honestly do that, Trisha? And I'm not judging, because I won't.
No,
I
that's
never
why I'm
would.
falling asleep doing it. That's my point. Like, I think like my priorities, I'm just like all over
So,
the place.
This
so-
is my point, guys.
Yeah.
What can you delegate? And Trisha, I'm going to speak to you personally. You need to delegate that.
Yeah.
Guys, there are people that are very skilled in building your network that charge about $6 an hour. I pay a guy, I just got the bill, I just paid him $104 the entire month of January. He does 30 minutes a day. This is his only job. He finds people on Instagram that connect with me. He sends them a message, then his job is over. I personally, number one, it's not that I don't have the time, I will not do it. Listen, you have to know what you're not going to do. I know me. I'll invite, I'll post. I don't want to sit there and find people. I don't know why. It's just, I'll go do something else. I'll fold the laundry. You have to know what you're not willing to do. And I'll do it here and there. I'll get on the power hour and they'll say, go Shane, and I'll do it. But guys, is that a business owner? Nope. That's me pretending I'm a hobby coach. So I hired somebody. So that's part of.
But I feel like we do need to do that activity. I feel like we definitely need to be doing the activities they're saying, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like sometimes those things are time sucks and I don't know.
So decide what needs to be Trish and what can be a pretend Trish. And guys, careful, you know what I mean. We're all authentic.
Right.
But there are things that don't need to be Trisha Palmer. Once that person is following Trisha, now Trisha comes on board. But does Trish really need to spend 45 minutes a day that you know? And I know my girl Trish. I love her, but I know her. I know me. I attract people like me. I just said to Amy Earhart and Candace today, I said, guys, listen, I understand why you're struggling with this. I have taught you this. This is not what I'm good at. I have to admit that. That's why you kind of aren't good at this area. I suck at it. So no, why would I haven't taught you. I haven't mentored you correctly. So we have to maybe decide this is something we're going to get. So guys, I've always said as business owners, you take 10% of your income and you invest it back. So guys, I don't know what you make, but you need to look at your income and say, okay, I made $127 this week. I don't know. Well, then maybe $15 each week needs to go to someone that's building your network. It's higher level stuff, guys, but that's what this group is. This isn't a team call. This isn't a reach to diamond call. So Trish, this is where you hire Tanya. This is where you say, Shane, who's your IG guy? And you hire him. It's $100 a month. I mean, guys, like, listen, it's $100. I get it. I also know what my nails cost. So don't be so hard on yourself either. If you know you're not going to do it, stop pretending you're going to do it. I had to. All those pretty graphics, you think I make those? Hell no. You should see if I made a graphic, it would look like. We all need to send Tanya a gift. So Trish, I got you, I hear you, but there's people very skilled in that will do that for you.
Yeah, I'm really glad you said that, Trisha, because I had spent so much time today and yesterday doing that same thing and feeling like, oh my God, I just spent 3 hours and what do I have to show for it? Nothing.
So Elaine, this is what I'll also say. I also do like the fact that on power hours, I do my own because it does ground us. So there has to be this happy medium where we're doing it, but not to the point where we are defeated and we start to hate it. When I start to hate something, I have to check myself. Guys, this is where the business owner comes in and you go, okay, why am I getting this like reaction? Why am I like this? Like I start to be like, I want to throw my phone, right? Guys, that's when you check yourself and say, is there someone that could do this for me? Guys, I've never taught to spend money. What I teach is invest in your business. So honestly, every face I'm looking at, you're all making something. You want to get to the next level. Take that one thing you're just not going to do, and you need to delegate it. And if you need help, I do have a guy. I got him from Patrick Reelman. You guys know Patrick Reelman? He's like one of the only male coaches. He's the coolest dude. His name's, I don't even know where he lives. He's in another country. And I'm like, Pat. He
Oh,
goes,
those are cool.
Jane, he's totally cool. I trust him. I'm like, Pat, I got to give him my password. He's like a good dude. I give him $100 a month. You don't have to give him $100 a month. That's what I do. He's growing my Instagram. It's not great. Like there's times I check with him. I'm like, dude, I don't really like what you're doing. He's totally cool. I'm like, please don't do that anymore. I redirect him. So you have to be on top of these people, but at least I'm growing my network and I have more people to talk to so that I can spend my time doing what? Inviting. Give me people. Let me invite them. I don't want to find the people. This dude knows who I am. He knows my avatar. I've told him it. Told him who I'm looking for, what I want, what I don't want. Go get them for me. Then I can go nurture them, love on them, and invite them. If you're not in that place, don't feel defeated. It's okay if you don't want to spend money yet, but set a goal. Say, you know what? In 60 days, I'm going to hire somebody. In 30 days, I'm going to spend $30 a month and hire someone. Set that as a goal, because I'm telling you, once you invest, guys, I do feel like it does this little thing in your head like, oh shit, I'm a business owner now. I have a write-off. I feel like that also gets you to the next level because you technically have an employee. Pretty cool. But Trish, I'm glad you said that. I know a lot of people are feeling that way. And a lot of people won't spend that time. And even when I'm on Power Hours, I'm like, oh, my team is spending their time doing this. That's why they're not inviting. I feel you guys. I know that. I know there's only so much time in the day, right? Charlene, I see your face. Like, there's all this time. I'm doing all this stuff. When the frick do you all want me to invite? Like, I'm not disagreeing with you. And I'm sitting here going, well, that's why I hire somebody.
I feel like I spend a lot of time trying to be friendly with people that I probably don't even want to know. It's like the weirdest thing for me. And I spend a lot of time in my bod group. I listened to a bunch of Power Hours a while ago that said, make your bod group awesome. And so that's kind of where I spend some time to make that group awesome. But I'm definitely spending more than 1 or 2 hours a day.
I'm gonna put this up with our
Really.
taxes.
I know. Listen, guys, years ago, we didn't have really Instagram. When I started, I'm not going to lie to you. It's just a different world. I wish I had a good answer. And I'm not trying to tell you guys to go hire someone, but I understand what you're saying. And this is all I'll say is please don't take your foot off Facebook. I mean, to this day, 9 years later, as much as I understand the power in Instagram, I still, even with all of my effort on Instagram, because I don't pay anyone to work my Facebook, my business still comes 70% from Facebook. So I just hope you're also not taking your foot off the gas and going all Instagram. I know coaches are killing it. Maybe that's for them and not. So like, I also hope you're just being very balanced and being 50-50 and understanding that Facebook may be the people that know, love, and trust you, and just don't dive into that whole like, oh my God, I have to be on Instagram. And yes, you do the things, but listen, my invites still go out on Facebook. I'm telling you, way before Instagram. My Facebook invites go out first. The only thing I'm inviting on Instagram are business invites. Every challenge group invite, 95% for me are all Facebook. My assistant does not work Instagram at all. The only invites she sends are Facebook. So if you took your foot off the gas a little bit, because it's like Instagram, that could be what's broken. So you always want to do an assessment. Always want to do an assessment like, shit, like, okay, I send 10 invites a day. Where do they go? From where? Like you have to, and if anyone at any time needs to be like Shane, like I don't really know what's happening, set up a 20-minute phone call with me. Let me look, let me do a quick analysis. Let me look at your Instagram and Facebook. Let me get a quick idea. Let me see a full conversation. I will do that with any one of you, but you have to ask me. You have to book a 20-minute call and I will do that for you. Just have thick skin, know that it's coming from love, and I'm going to take a look and I'm going to tell you what I personally see. Okay, it's 9:35. All right, so does anyone else have anything they want to share in terms of what I shared Sunday or today, what's working well, what's not working, what you need, what you're not getting, anything, really anything.
I just wanted to share something. I was on the call on Sunday, and for some reason I had really terrible internet connection. So my video kept on going in and out, and even like my Netflix was having issues. So for some reason, like I didn't hear like the whole call on Sunday. But I did get some good things. I liked what Jess said about, take your time and seeing like how many minutes you need to do this, and that has helped me a lot this week. So I set my alarm clock for earlier. So I'm not rushing out the door every morning trying to get to work after I've worked out, after I posted all this, after I did that. So, that was really helpful. And I too struggle with, trying to find people and because a lot of times what the stuff that I'm looking at, I'm either finding other coaches or people who are in groups already. So it's a lot of times it's just wasted time just talking to people. But I did want to just ask something really quick, because I know on the Instagram, like the business webpage, you can promote your posts, and I know it does cost some extra money. I did it once and I did get more followers, but they were all guys and not the type of people that I want, like, on my team. So I just didn't know if anybody had any experience with promoting, if that's a good idea, or I could just.
I mean, I do promote here and there. You have to create the promotion, Caitlin. So, it's hard for me without looking like at your phone at your promotion, but you're able to put your gender, your age range. So you may have just missed that.
Okay.
So before you create a promotion, you can pick your audience. You just picked the wrong audience. So you can pick, females, 28 to 40, US, Canada, France, UK, interest in, and then you could pick, I think, 5 things that they're interested in: crock pot recipes, at-home workouts. So that's what it came down to is, so when you go back to promote one, you can promote, you can look at, okay, which promotion do you want to use? And you can look at the last promotion and look at what it was. They might have automatically set it up for you because it was your first time, which is fine. Sometimes we just do it. But yes, you have to pick your audience, like literally strategically pick them.
Okay.
Guys, I would do it a little bit. I would do $5 a day for 3 days, once a month. If it's a post with a call to action, see, guys, remember, you just need one person. What if one person says, "Hey, Lori, tell me more," and they sign up as a coach? Is it worth $15? Yep, because that just paid I made 45 on their challenge pack. I kind of look at it that way. What if I get one person? Done. What if I get 2 people? One challenge pack is $50. So yeah, again, it's investing back into the business. I think you go for it.
Can you promote an old post that you already posted? Like an old call to action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can.
Okay.
Let me know if you need help and I'll look at my phone, but yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And I do. I'll probably do one a month. Is it worth it? I kind of look at it as whether it is or isn't. What's $15? If I get a few more views, a few followers, like I'm okay with that. everybody, I just took a boomerang. Everyone take a boomerang. So at least we get a post up that, what are you like that at least, you know, on this Thursday night, you're on your team call. It is important to show our community. So I just wanted to say that before I forget. And then I want to give, so I was thinking about 2 calls to action. So I wanted to do a little bit about growing our network, because I know that that's a lot of what I hear is that you feel like you're talking to the same people. And I really want to do some invites with you guys. So I thought we could do 2 tasks, 10 minutes each, unless anyone has anything else you want to talk about. I appreciate you guys not telling me like how terrible our team sucks, because I'm not hearing like anything else you need, but I don't want you to hold back either. You know, do you truly feel like you're getting everything you need, or you just don't want to say? Because we can only get better if we know something's missing, or like, you know, I wish we could do something like this, or like, I would never take that personal. I'm truly asking. So even if you don't know tonight, if you want to think about it and put it in Sparkle and Shine tomorrow, but I ask sincerely, because there's a lot of times I say to the leaders, like, guys, what are we missing? Like, what do they need? Like, what do you think would help? So please don't ever feel like you can't tell us, okay? Okay, with that being said, okay, so let's do 2 things together. I've heard so much crap about Instagram. I would love to just stay on Facebook tonight, but feel free to go to Instagram. But I still love Facebook. Like, it's just where I am. So this is what I'd like to do. I want you guys to send 5 friend requests with me, okay? This is what I do. I have ragdoll cats, so I go to ragdoll pages. Honestly, people with animals are just so nice. I'm going to be honest though. I don't want someone that their profile photo is a cat, because like, I love cats, but I'm not going to put them as my profile picture, right? So find a balance, right? So if you're a skier, you're a dog mom, your kids are in dance, I really think you guys should try to find a group. But if you don't have enough time for that, because we're short on time, go to a mutual friend. Like, so I can right now think of people that are not coaches that I'm like, oh my God, they should be a coach. And they're beautiful and they're happy. And then I would go to their friends, and we're all going to send 5 friend requests. And I do a text replacement, so it's super quick. And I'm just like, hey, Lisa, you know, and again, mine is in text replacement, so I hope you guys are using that. That's when you go to your phone, you go to settings, keyboard, text replacement. It just makes life so much easier. I always tweak it, but it just makes my life easier. And I say something like, ignore the spelling, but I'll say something like, you know, I see we're in a mutual group together and I love connecting with like-minded women. How old are your rag dolls? Do you know how many women are like, oh my God, my baby's 3 and 4, how old's yours? And I'm not joking, everyone says, send me a picture. Like, these women, and these are like fun, cute women that love animals. Guys, if you have an animal, and again, some of you may not, but maybe you have a beautiful little 4-year-old. I don't have that anymore. I don't have these little babies, right? So I have to get creative and do cats. But when I had little kids, it would be like my little football baby boy or my swimming baby girl. Like, so whatever it is, I connect on a mom level as a human level. So find something like that. We're going to do 5 friend requests. I try to do this 5 days a week. Guys, I can't tell you how important this is. this is why you're talking to the same people. And I'm not saying they're all going to accept your friend request, but usually 2 or 3 do. Now, you do 25 a week. Let's say 18 do. That's like 80 people a month. The issue is we're just not doing it. And I get it. It's like one more thing, but that's what the tracker's for. There's a reason there's a box, 5 friend requests. It's honestly, it should be invites, friend requests. That's the order, in my opinion. Screw posting. Honestly, even screw your freaking workout. I'm telling you, you want to build a business, it's friend requests, it's inviting, then you do. I say to a few of you, I won't mention any names, when I'm like, you're being naughty, you're not getting to work out tomorrow until you do your invites. Because guys, at the end of the day, are we all not going to invite? We're not going to work out. Like, tell me you're going to go to bed without working out. Like, I know most of you, you're gonna be like, I will never go to bed unless I get to work out. You're going to work out. So your punishment is you can't work out till you do your invites. Because I know Candace is going to work out. I know Amy's going to work out. Alyssa's going to freaking work out. I'm not worried about that. But Lori, if you don't do your invites, guess what? You can't push play. Imagine saying that. You'd be like, all right, I gotta. So that's what I mean by, what if we switch the script?
You're going to have a consequence, Lori.
What if we switch the script? Because remember, guys, remember the day when invites, when working out was hard? Oh, I got to work out today. Now we're like, dude, are you kidding me? Think about that. Invites are hard. What if we said invites first? Because now working out is easy. It's the same thing. It just isn't easy yet. So 5 friend requests. Go.
So I have to
Go ahead.
talk really
We're all
quick
gonna work,
because,
you talk.
well, here's the thing. I can't believe that I'm literally on the same wavelength as you, because I just shared in my cup call that I did something similar the other day, and I will admit it's extremely out of my comfort zone. It's something I don't do enough. So I went to my favorite leggings. We love Carbons, right? So I went to the Carbon post and I stalked the people that liked the same post as me, and I friend requested like 10 of them that looked like they'd be my jam. And I sent this message when they accepted. I was like, thanks for accepting. I swear I'm not a creeper. I just saw that we liked the same Carbon leggings, because that's so something I would say. Hope we can virtually support each other in this crazy world we live in. And then we just started talking about leggings. So definitely do this activity, because it gave me a little confidence too. I was like, all right, I could do this. I just never did that on Facebook. I do that all the time on Instagram.
How authentic is that, Trish? Because there's nothing fake about that.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm gonna do some more.
That's awesome. Okay, perfect. So you do that. I'm already in my.
Oh, and if you're a legging girl, this other girl that I made friends with told me Athleta leggings are a little cheaper than Carbon, and they have petites if you're short. Okay, just saying.
What
Meet
kind
my
of
new
leggings?
friend Allison from Georgia. We're just
Thank
chatting it
you.
up over here.
I like Allison.
Like her.
She's cool.
All right, guys, let's try to do this in 3 minutes. 5 friend requests with a message. Don't overthink it. 2 minutes left. I'm on number 4.
Can I tell you where I just found mine? I went to Bath and Body Works because I'm also a candle freak. And I just have to share that they make a whipped coffee smelling candle. Doesn't that sound great?
Yes.
You know, when you like come down, like you made your pot of coffee and it smells so good. Okay.
Good, great idea.
You need to try strawberry pound cake.
Oh,
Now
do
it's
I?
like-
dessert.
Ridiculous. Every time I have company, I light it and then I like pretend that I just made baked goods. It's like foolproof. It's amazing.
I just did 5, guys.
Yep, mine are done.
All right, guys. Do you need more time? You need 2 more minutes? I want everyone to do 5. And then you could fill out your tracker, your online tracker, and say you did 5. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Okay, everyone do 5. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to do 3 invites to our challenge group and 3 invites to the business together. Okay. So all I have to do is go into my phone and I go to invites and I come up with a challenge group invite that I like. And it just depends on my mood. I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't know what I'm feeling like, but I just pick one. Oh, I like this one. Okay. Just want, hey, Michelle, I just want to tell you that I've noticed your love and support on my posts lately. Not always easy to be so open, but it's been so much easier because I have amazing friends that are always supportive. So thank you. Are you interested in joining my virtual boot camp, or were you just being a friend in my corner? Either way, I see you and appreciate you more than I can say. I'm going to use that. Does everyone have a go-to? So I'm going to go to my stories. I'm going to go to my workout post today, and I'm going to find 3 people to invite on Facebook. If I can't, I'm going to go right over to Instagram. I'm going to find 3 people on Instagram. Does anyone need help with this? I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to pick a name I don't really recognize. They're watching me. Oh my God, this girl I haven't literally talked to. She's on my story. Last time I talked to her was March. That's a long time, guys. So I'm gonna make it less awkward. I'm gonna say, hey, it's been forever. How are you? Question mark. Just wanted to tell you that I appreciate you supporting me on my stories. And then I'm going to send the invite, okay? I always like to use their name. Sent. Okay, there's one. I'm just gonna keep going. Who else is watching my stories? They had to click me, right?
Can I just share that I sent someone a message today with the wrong name?
I know. That sucks. How did you get out of it?
Didn't respond. Good call. Good call. Yeah, don't respond to that message with somebody else's name.
So the cool thing about Facebook, guys, is you can remove a message now.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Oh, I
That's
should have done
new.
that.
So Elaine,
I didn't realize it though.
so you can, yeah, I know. Sometimes I don't either and it's too late. And if I do, I immediately will write back. It's kind of hard to get out of. I'm going to be honest. It's kind of hard to get out of. You can't say spell check.
Yeah. Anyway, it's done. I'm moving on.
I know. I think we've all been there.
I definitely have done that before and I felt so embarrassed. But what I do now is I keep my invite in my notes section of my phone and I don't have a name in that invite. So it just says hi, comma, and then I'll copy that, paste it wherever, and then I'll go in and put the name. So at least if I forget to go in and put the name, I haven't called them by the wrong name. I just haven't used their name. So I started doing that and I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't made that mistake since.
Smart.
I did the same thing because I did it like a couple times myself.
Yeah, we've all been there. It's awkward. Okay, that's 2. What did I say? We're doing 3? Guys, I even struggle with who to invite because a lot of these are follow-ups. I'm trying to find 3 new people. And I get a lot of the same people too. So I do work for my invites. I just don't spit out 5. I really don't. Oh, here's one. It's funny who just decides to watch your stories after a long time, Okay, I just did 3. Let me know when you guys are done with 3. We'll quickly do some business invites. Alyssa, how many? Kim, how many? 2? Okay, you got one more. 2? Okay. Lori, 2. Okay, all three? Okay, so guys, I want you to go to either a tracker or a collection in Instagram. You guys have all been around long enough, doing enough power hours. Obviously say get rid of Happy New Year. This is what I'm going to be teaching you guys in March. This is what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, and I've been working with a lot of the leaders on the team, and I'm going to tell you right now, this shit is working, and this is what I want you to do. This is going to be uncomfortable, but I don't care. You are going to send 3 of these tonight when we hang up. Just get rid of Happy New Year. Say, hey, Gina, I hope you're having a really great week. Okay, listen, I've been thinking about this for a while and finally having a chance to ask you. Or you could say, like, I've been scared to ask you, but I'm going to rip the Band-Aid. Like, make it yours, right? Have you ever been curious about learning more about what I do as a coach, guys? That means they need to know that you're a coach. That means your stories need to show that you're building a business. So that's another thing to think about. Are you doing that twice a week? I do it every Thursday and Sunday. You share your life beautifully. You seem to have a really nice energy about you. Do not say that if it is not true. If they are like a wackadoo, do not write that to them. I think you would be so incredible and it's so much fun. Then you wait for a response. If you don't get one, you wait 48 hours and you say, hey, you know, Gina, I know sometimes messages get lost. Any thoughts to my last message to you? You follow up in 48 hours. So I want you guys to send this to 3 people tonight from your collections. I don't want you to overthink it. It's okay. It's cold. You're basically just people that you know look really great on social media. All you're doing is giving them a compliment and you're sending it. If they say, yes, I'd love to know more, I'm going to give you the second piece. Please save this to a section of your phone. So I want you to open up your phone and put in note, invite to business op. Take this invite, tweak it to make it sound like you. And then you're going to put, they say yes, here is step 2. And I'm going to be rolling this whole process out to you guys soon. Hold on, I'm just copying it. Okay, that's what I say next. If they say, yeah, I'd like some more information, I'm going to give you the 3rd step. You ready for the 3rd step? What intrigued you most about what I just shared? I spelled intrigued wrong. They're going to tell you, and then you're going to set up a phone call, and I'm going to help you with that, so don't stress about that. So we're going to send 3 invites from your collections or prospects. I'm going to trust you guys are going to do it because it's 10:03. And then this is something that I recommend doing. So I do 4 a day, every day with a bunch of the leaders on the team. It does take a little bit of time because I'm careful who I send them to. But remember, it's only 4 a day or 2 a day. Let's say you pick 2. Any questions on this? I've been getting incredible response to this.
So you're saying you do this for like cold people or people that you've been like
They're
liking
pretty
on their
cold.
stuff?
For me,
Cold,
they're pretty
okay.
cold. I do warm them up. I try not to send it if I have not followed them for at least 3 weeks.
Okay.
So I have not sent it to anyone that I have not followed since the 1st week in January. So they should kind of at least seen my name. They've either watched my stories, I've said hello, you know, it's great to connect. I've had some kind of communication with them. I just believe Instagram, you're able to do cold invites. I really do. I don't think, guys, it's the message, it's who the message goes to. If you get the message in front of the right person, it's not the message. You can get 10 ignores. You get it in front of the one right person. So my feedback has just been way too positive for me to think this isn't working. So I don't want to hold off on bringing it to you guys yet. So I would go with it. And I have a whole invitation process that I'll share with you. In fact, this week in our Sparkle group. But I do want you guys focusing on Success Club and Challengers, but this is what I want the vision of our March group to be, is a pure recruiting group. And that's why Trisha, Candace, oh my gosh, all the leaders that I'm looking at, some other ones, we're doing a Voxer thread, and we've been doing this every day, 4 invites a day. So, okay, so those are the 2 activities I think that are lacking the most, guys. So just please focus on those. Thank you so much for getting on. Thank you for your feedback. I did record this so everybody else can watch it because I know it was short notice. And then next week we'll share a little bit about our vision, and we'll just keep moving forward, okay? All right, 3. If anyone gets a response and you get stuck, create something in Sparkle and Shine tomorrow. Like just go like this, go objection post, and we can post our objections, and like I can communicate, like Trisha, we can all give you guys feedback. So someone create that. If someone sends something and you're like, what do I say now? Like, let's do an objections post. Because I'm telling you, if you have an objection, I guarantee Elaine has an objection. Lori's like, holy shit, someone just said that to me. Karen's like, oh my God, I don't know what to say to when they say that too. We are all getting the same objections. There's like 4 objections. They don't change. We learn to rock them. We rock this business. Truth. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, put up your tracker.